Hello, spiritual seekers. I am Archana Raghuram and welcome back to Temples, Books and Science. As we prepare to delve into the next name in the Lalita Sahasranamam, I want to take a moment to reflect on a truly significant sequence we have just completed. We have explored a preceding set of 28 beautiful names spanning from Niraga, the 156th name, to Nishparigraha, the 183rd name. This particular section offers an unparalleled insight into the very nature of Brahman and its profound relationship with the individual Atma, the Jivatma. This block of 28 names, intricately woven together, reveals two complementary aspects of the Divine Mother. On one hand, 17 of these names describe Lalita Devi's inherent completeness and absolute freedom from all imperfections. These names are Niraga, Nirmada, Nischinta, Nirahankara, Nirmoha, Nirmama, Nishpapa, Nishkroda, Nirloba, Nissamshaya, Nirbhava, Nirvikalpa, Nirabhada, Nirbeda, Nirnasha, Nishkriya, Nishparigraha. They tell us that she, as the ultimate reality, is untouched by any defect. On the other hand, 11 of these names eloquently describe her active grace in destroying these very impurities within the devotee. These are Ragamadani, Madanashini, Mohanashini, Mamatahantri, Papanashini, Krodashamani, Lobanashini, Samshayagni, Bhavanashini, Bedanashini, and Mrithyumadani. According to our philosophy, the Jiva Bhava, the illusion that we are this limited body and mind, is characterized by various flaws or doshas. These 11 names specifically address the removal of these specific impurities of the jiva like desire, anger, greed, etc. This is as far as the literal meaning of these names goes. Beyond their philosophical depth, this entire sequence of 28 names carries immense mantric significance. As we have seen earlier, the names in the Lalita Sahasranamam encode powerful mantras. So when you chant these names, you receive the immense benefit of chanting these sacred sounds. This particular set of 28 names encodes not just one, not two, but three powerful mantras. Let's explore what they are. The 11 names that indicate the destruction or nasha are said to echo the profound power found in one of the oldest and one of the most powerful hymns of the Vedas, Sri Rudram. As many of you are aware, Sri Rudram has 11 stanzas or anuvakas, and each of these 11 names is said to encode the power of each of these anuvakas. Sri Rudram opens with a vivid description of Lord Shiva as Rudra, poised with his mighty bow and arrow, strung and ready to unleash his divine force. In this form, Rudra is the fierce yet benevolent aspect of the divine, poised to destroy all the negative qualities, impurities, and bonds that keep us entangled in the cycle of samsara. Thus, these 11 names, like Rudra himself, signify the active, potent force of the Divine Mother in cleansing and liberating us. Furthermore, the 17 names that highlight Devi's inherent perfection are said to encode the profound Shodashakshari Mantra, one of the most important mantras in Sri Vidya Upasana. And finally, most significantly, this entire set of 28 names taken together is said to encode the essence of Dakshinamurthi Mantra. The connection to Dakshinamurti is absolutely pivotal for anyone seeking liberation. Lord Dakshinamurti is revered as the universal Guru, embodying the very essence of Atma Jnanam. He is truly Gurave Sarvalokanam, the Guru of all worlds, the supreme preceptor of divine knowledge. He embodies Shiva's Guru Swarupam, the silent teacher, through his profound stillness, directly transmits the jnanam, the liberating wisdom that frees us from the endless cycle of samsara. Just notice the beautiful structuring and layering of meanings in these names. All these 28 names speak of Brahma Jnanam and the very means to attaining liberation. And fittingly, they also encode the Dakshinamurthi Mantra, the mantra of the preceptor of this ultimate knowledge. Who else but the Vagdevis could have crafted such an exquisite, layered, and perfectly sequenced garland of names for our understanding? Now, the names starting from Nistula to Samanadika Varjita, 184th to 198th name, form another significant conceptual group. This particular group is said to encode the powerful Durga mantra, also known as Chandi Navarna Vidya. We have already completed the 184th name in the previous video. Let's now move to the next name, Neelachikurā. The 185th name, Neelachikurā, presents a fascinating paradox, especially as it appears amidst a series of names that meticulously describe the goddess's Nirguna Tattvam, her attributeless, formless nature. Suddenly, we encounter a name that describes her Saguna form, celebrating the exquisite beauty of her four locks. Neelachikurā means she who has dark blue forelocks. The term Chikura refers specifically to the locks of hair that gracefully frame the forehead, and Nila signifies a deep, dark blue. This name, appearing towards the culmination of Ni series, holds a profound message. It beautifully emphasizes that the very goddess whom we worship in her glorious manifest Saguna form is in fact the same ultimate attributeless Nirguna reality. There is no fundamental separation between her manifest beauty and her unmanifest essence. This blending of Saguna and Nirguna is so central to our tradition that even Shankaracharya, the greatest proponent of Advaita Vedanta, the philosophy of non-duality, beautifully describes the goddess's forelocks in his exquisite song Saundarya Lahari. Aralai swabhavyat alikalabasa shribihi alakaihi paritam te vaktram parihasati pankeruharuchim. Here, he poetically describes her forelocks as resembling a row of dark young bees lining her forehead, so enchanting that they seem to put the beauty of lotus to shame. This verse from a staunch Advaitin illustrates that even the formless Brahman is accessible and celebrated in beautiful forms. Beyond the literal description of her dark forelocks, Neelachikurā carries an even deeper symbolic meaning. The phrase Neelachikurā also signifies that the Akasha, the vast blue-hued sky or space, is her hair. This resonates with Lord Shiva's name Vyomakesha, which similarly means one whose hair is the sky. Both these descriptions point to Anantatvam, the limitlessness of the goddess. She is endless, without boundaries. Thus, even the seemingly Saguna name, Neelachikurā, ultimately points to her Nirguna Tattvam. Just as the limitless, attributeless Nirguna nature is hidden within what appears to be a beautiful defined form, similarly, the goddess's Saguna form is merely a magnificent reflection, an accessible doorway to her boundless Nirguna essence. She is the infinite, manifesting as finite beauty. I want to emphasize that the insertion of such a beautiful Saguna name in the midst of deep Advaitic Nirguna names is not random. We live and transact in a universe brimming with attributes. It is Saguna in all respects. Even as we engage with this phenomenal world, we are called upon to understand that the underlying reality is truly Nirguna, the formless, divisionless, attributeless Brahman. Our tradition, deeply rooted in Nirguna Advaitic philosophy, gives immense importance to the Saguna aspect precisely because we must transact in the world of Maya even after realizing this profound truth. The Ni series concludes with two more names, which takes us back to her Nirguna Tattvam. The 186th name, Nirapaya, is the penultimate name in the Ni series. This name means she is without destruction or she is imperishable. This has the same meaning as another name which we saw earlier, Nirnasha, the 180th name, which also signifies indestructible. Nirapaya highlights that the Divine Mother exists beyond the relentless cycles of creation, sustenance, and dissolution that governs the manifested universe. It emphasizes her eternal, unchanging, and indestructible nature, which is a prime quality of Brahman, the ultimate reality. Once again, this name firmly brings us back to her Nirguna Brahma Swarupam, her true nature as the attributeless supreme reality. The last name of the Ni series is Niratyaya. This name signifies she who cannot be crossed or she whose rules cannot be transgressed. It points to the fundamental truth that the entire universe functions precisely according to her divine laws and principles, and no one, not even the mightiest beings, can ever go against them. Her will is the cosmic order itself. This brings us to the end of the profound series of Ni names that began with Niraga. We now begin a powerful new series of names in the Lalita Sahasranamam, which begin with the syllable Du. This is significant because Du is the Bijaksharam, the seed syllable of the potent Durga mantra. Dum Durgayai Namaha. The first name in this new set, the 188th name in the Sahasranamam, is Durlabha. Literally, Durlabha translates to difficult to attain. It can also mean almost unattainable or very rare to achieve. But there is also another interesting layer to this name. Durlabha is connected to the Sanskrit root Dhruva, which means fixed, stable, or certain. The Dhru root in this name implies that it is steadfast or established, suggesting that while the path to the divine may be challenging, the ultimate reality itself is firm and unchanging. This name beautifully serves as a summation and bottom line for the entire preceding series of Ni names that meticulously describe the Nirguna Brahman. It tells us that this ultimate attributeless reality is not at all easy to grasp. It is inherently beyond the grasp of ordinary thoughts and words. As Taittiriya Upanishad eloquently states, Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. It's that truth beyond the reach of words and mind. Indeed, she is also called Yoginam api Durlabha, difficult even for great yogis to grasp. This is because the profound truth of Brahman cannot be fully comprehended through our limited senses, mind, or intellect alone. It requires a deeper transcendental realization. This difficulty isn't meant to discourage us, but to underscore the immense value and depth of this ultimate knowledge. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna echoes this sentiment, saying, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. This verse means only after many lifetimes of spiritual practice does a wise person truly realize that Vasudeva is everything. He is the only reality. Such a great soul, a Mahatma, is Sudurlabha, exceedingly rare. The name Durlabha in the Lalita Sahasranamam is essentially the last word of this very verse, highlighting its supreme rarity. Therefore, Durlabha fundamentally means Lalita Devi as the ultimate Brahma Tattvam can only be truly grasped by a genuine jnani one who possesses supreme knowledge. To reach this level of experiential jnanam requires not just one birth, but many, many lifetimes of dedicated practice, penance, and earnest seeking. She is the ultimate prize, elusive to those who seek her casually, but attainable through unwavering devotion and profound spiritual effort. We now turn to the 189th name, Durgama. This name further elaborates on the profound inaccessibility of the Divine Mother, meaning she who is difficult to approach, she who is difficult to reach, or she whose path is difficult to traverse. This name is not meant to imply that Brahman is deliberately hiding, but rather that our conditioned perceptions make the approach incredibly challenging. The spiritual journey to realizing this ultimate reality is often likened to traversing a formidable, unassailable fortress or a rugged, treacherous mountain. Maya, the fundamental illusion that creates the world of names and forms, acts as this very fortress, erecting layers of illusion, deep-seated attachments, and persistent mental conditioning that makes a direct approach to our true self incredibly difficult. Our minds are accustomed to operating with distinctions, vikalpas, and duality, Vedas. They struggle immensely to grasp a reality that is beyond these attributes, beyond what can be seen, heard, or even conceived. Just as a fish cannot comprehend the sky, our ordinary intellect, accustomed to the material world, finds it almost impossible to truly perceive that which is beyond all material attributes and dualities. Therefore, to approach Durgama, one must undertake a rigorous spiritual discipline known as sadhana. This path demands deep introspection, relentless self purification known as Chitta Shuddhi, and a gradual yet firm withdrawal from the external distractions and internal desires, a process known as Vairagyam or renunciation. The journey is indeed difficult to traverse because it requires immense perseverance, the surrender of the ego, and a constant, unwavering effort to transcend our ingrained dualistic perceptions. And just when you think the spiritual essence seems impossible, we encounter the next name, Durga, the 190th name in the Lalita Sahasranamam. This name provides vital solution to the challenges presented by the previous two names. The name Durga itself carries a powerful dual meaning. It means she who is difficult to approach or conquer. This is why a fortress is also called Durga. However, more significantly for the seeker, it also means she who removes difficulties or she who helps one cross over difficulties. She is the one who makes the seemingly impossible possible. While Durlabha and Durgama speak to the inherent inaccessibility of Brahman to the unpurified mind, Durga provides the divine intervention. She is the active force that empowers the devotee to traverse the difficult path and make the inaccessible accessible. She is the one invoked to overcome all material and spiritual difficulties, helping us cross the formidable ocean of samsara and pierce through the veils of Maya. She is the fierce, compassionate Mahashakti who grants strength, courage, and discernment, transforming challenges into stepping stones towards liberation. In this context, Durga herself is the protective fortress for the seeker. She safeguards those who sincerely strive to overcome their inner demons and external adversities. She stands as the vigilant guardian of Dharma, upholding cosmic order and protecting the righteousness within us, guiding us through the treacherous terrain of spiritual practice. There are a few names in the Lalita Sahasranamam that hold exceptionally sacred status, considered supremely powerful. We have seen two such names so far in our journey. Shiva and Bhavani, which resonate with immense spiritual potency. Durga too stands among them as a name synonymous with Brahman itself. It's counted among the most sacred mantras within the Lalita Sahasranamam. The power of this name is immense, directly linked to the potent Durga mantra and the revered Chandi Navarna Vidya. By truly understanding and invoking Durga, we tap into a divine energy that not only removes obstacles but actively leads us to the realization of that ultimate reality, which initially seemed so difficult to obtain and approach. She transforms our spiritual journey from an insurmountable task into a path cleared by her boundless grace. There's truly so much more depth to this sacred name. However, we'll pause our exploration of Durga here and move on to the next name of the Lalita Sahasranamam. As we continue our profound journey, we arrive at the 191st name, Dukahantri. This name eloquently reveals the profound result of successfully traversing the spiritual path and attaining the Divine Mother's grace. Dukahantri literally translates to she who destroys or removes suffering. Unlike worldly remedies that offer mere temporary relief, Lalita Devi as the supreme Brahman eradicates the very root cause of suffering. This root cause is avidya, our spiritual ignorance, the mistaken identification with the limited body, mind, and ego, rather than our true boundless self. When this fundamental ignorance is dispelled by the radiant light of Jnanam, suffering naturally and irrevocably ceases. Thus, as the embodiment of Jnanam, Devi actively destroys the illusion that perpetuates suffering, leading to its complete cessation. This signifies a state beyond mental agitation, emotional turmoil, and the existential dread of birth and death. Having encountered her as Durlabha, difficult to obtain, Durgama, difficult to approach, and Durga, the remover of obstacles, Dukahantri now represents the ultimate fruit of the dedicated pursuit, the absolute cessation of sorrow. This profound truth echoes across our ancient scriptures, with the Chandogya Upanishad beautifully stating, Tarati Shokam Atmavita, the knower of Atma crosses over sorrow. Lalita Devi as Dukahantri is the compassionate mother who grants the ultimate liberation by utterly destroying the illusion of suffering. Flowing directly from the removal of suffering, we now turn to the 192nd name, Sukaprada. If Dukahantri eliminates the darkness of sorrow, Sukaprada fills the liberated space with pure inherent light. Sukaprada literally translates to she who bestows happiness or she who gives joy. This is no ordinary happiness. It is far removed from the fleeting pleasures and temporary comforts of the material world. Worldly happiness is often intertwined with sorrow, dependent on external circumstances, and can lead to further dukkham when these circumstances change. Lalita Devi as Sukhaprada bestows the supreme lasting happiness that is inherent in our very being. As we have seen many times before, Brahman, our true self, is described as Satchit Ananda, existence, consciousness, and bliss. Therefore, when Devi bestows happiness, she isn't giving us something external that we lack. Instead, through the dawning of Jnanam, she simply reveals and grants us access to this inherent boundless bliss that is our true nature. She dispels the avidya that veiled this natural state of joy, allowing us to realize our own Ananda Swarupam. This name signifies the experience of that ultimate bliss, a profound state of contentment and inner joy, independent of external circumstances. This truth resonates deeply within the Upanishads, which consistently point to Brahman as the source and essence of all bliss. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad proclaims, Etad Anandam, Etad Brahmapadam. This is bliss, this is the state of Brahman. Lalita Devi as Sukhaprada is the compassionate mother who, with utmost benevolence, ensures that her devotees not only transcend all sorrow but also realize and abide in this inherent, everlasting joy. She is the ultimate giver of the most coveted happiness, the bliss of knowing the self. I will stop here for today. We are just beginning to uncover the immense power of the sacred Du names, which beautifully invoke the Divine Mother Durga. We'll continue this fascinating discussion of the remaining Du names in our next video, part 27 of the Lalita Sahasranamam series. If today's insights resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you won't miss any of our upcoming explorations. Your support helps this invaluable wisdom reach more seekers. May the divine grace of Lalita Tripura Sundari dismantle all obstacles in your path, fill your life with eternal bliss, and lead you to the realization of your inherent liberated self. Om Shri Matre Namaha. Namaste.